the last few games. That's including before the All-Star break. In the Major League Baseball, they've actually been in the doghouse before, so this is something that they're not that they're used to. So, and this is actually one of the worst teams in baseball. But we got to talk about them. This is another team that wears black and white in Major League Baseball. They've only won 27 games so far this year. They are pretty bad, and they're on another losing streak. It's the Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox are currently on a 7-game losing streak. Woo! They lost to the Minnesota Twins 3-2 on July 10th. Then they get swept in the series by the Pirates 4-1, 6-2, 9-4. They didn't even get more than 4 runs. Then, just recently, they get swept again by another team that was also in the doghouse, the Kansas City Royals. Now, the White Sox in this series have a total of 3 runs the entire series. It's been 3 games, 1 run each game. And it's come late. It's minuscule points, minuscule runs. Let's put it that way. Teddy gonna kill me if I say points. So minuscule runs. So they were already losing in the game. They already gave up 7 runs against the Kansas City Royals by the 5th inning. They didn't get their first run until the 8th inning in that game. They lost 7-1. Then just last night, they lose again 4-1.
Bruh.
The White Sox are absolutely horrendous. They are 27-74 in the season right now. They are already on pace to lose 100 games. There's 162 games in Major League Baseball. They're about to lose 100 games. I don't think there's much more that I really need to say about the Chicago White Sox except that they are absolutely terrible. This is one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in Major League Baseball. I know people like to talk about the A's, but the A's have actually played a lot better than people expected this year. The White Sox are trash. Let's just be honest about it. So, Chicago White Sox, you get the call that everybody else gets that goes into the doghouse. Welcome to the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. Comments, fellas, before I go to the next one.
You got comments, Humbo?
You can roll right over to the next one, man.
Yeah, I got comments.
Ever since they did my cousin wrong, man, I knew they wasn't gonna do right, man.
Oh, Teddy's here. Baseball with Teddy. It's your cousin wrong job. Now, Dave, I agree with you. They're the worst team. Detroit Pistons of baseball. They just terrible. And that's why I think they're low-hanging fruit. I feel like they should never been in the doghouse because they're already in the doghouse. You threw them in the doghouse for this exact same reason.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like another person should have been here. So let me tell you why I don't think they should be here. I feel like, let me break it down for you. So look, when you had them on last time, they were 2-9 at home, 1-6 in a row, 3-15 start the season. It's a 20% winning percentage. The last 15 games, guess where they are? 3-15. Nothing's changed. They're the same team. So they didn't get worse. But if I look at their last 15 games and this losing streak they're on, all that stuff, right? They were on because they actually won. In the last 15 games, they played the Royals, who won 55 games this year. They played on the road against the Royals, who won 55 games this year so far, and the most home games in the AL, 34 home wins, which is a tough game for them.
Mhm.
They also play the Pirates at home, which is a 50-win team. They got the third most wins in their conference. The Twins at home, who got 54 wins, who got the third most away wins in their conference. They play the Marlins, who suck, but they better than them. They got 35 wins. And lastly, the Cleveland Guardians, one of the best teams in baseball. They played them, and that's who they beat. They actually beat them. Their average margin of victory in their 3 wins, I know it's only 3 wins, is 3 runs. Their average margin victory in their losses, 3 runs. So in my opinion, they got better. I feel like they are actually better than what they were in the first 15 games. That's why I feel like somebody else should have been in the doghouse. Who y'all just blew out in the summer league, David? Chill out, bro. No, it wasn't us.
No, it wasn't the
Beat
Kings.
us, though. They did beat us. Y'all just blew somebody out. Was it Warriors?
Nah, we just beat the Warriors by 3.
Y'all just blew somebody out. They should have been. I never seen a summer league get that bad.
Yeah,
They
we
could've
did.
been in the
We
doghouse.
beat somebody by like 40 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all did what you actually did it the other day, but they didn't. Anyway, so I feel like somebody else could have been in the doghouse. This is low hanging fruit. It's like putting the Pistons in the doghouse after the All-Star break. I mean, come on now. We know what's going on with the Pistons.
Joe, what the Pistons do to you, man?
I mean, it's a good comparison. They are historically trash. Right?
They're extremely trash.
Right? Aren't they historically bad? Like, right, Teddy? Correct me if I'm wrong. They had Pistons on the diagonal. They're the same division as the Detroit Tigers too. They suck.
The who?
The Tigers.
I tried to tell them. They wouldn't talk about the Nets, man. I tried to tell them, man, it's a marathon. You come out the gate undefeated. I'm just trying to tell you, man, it's a marathon.
I know it was feeling good, like the Wizards 2 years ago.
You know what I mean?
Remember the Wizards?
Yeah. The next thing you know, right around Christmas, they say, "Hey, Spencer, stop shooting."
It was y'all in Miami, neck and neck, and then Miami just kept going.
It just tanked it.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, that team belong in the doghouse, man. Let's talk about some dogs, Dave. Who a dog?